Hello everybody and welcome back to Military Precision. This video is a bit of a different one from our standard gameplay and commentary over the top of it. We're going to be talking about Anthem and Apex Legends, mostly for Anthem about the beta and how that went and how it's going to develop into the future, and then also about Apex Legends and how EA is releasing it and when they're releasing it and how that game is. So stay tuned, subscribe. If you like this kind of content, let me know and I can do more on this, but for now, let's get into it and let's go. LMG! So first off, let's talk about Anthem. Anthem was first announced, I think it was a year and a half ago, at E3 conference. It looked amazing. The gameplay they had of it was people flying around in their suits, which they call javelins. Lots of high, fast-paced combat, shooting, very Destiny-ish, sort of focused on team. Each person had a different ability. It looked really good. It looked really promising. So skip forward to the actual releasing of it. So a few weeks ago of recording this, which was about the start of February, they had their beta. So first it started with the v.i.p beta, which I don't agree with doing that. So basically what it is people that bought the game and paid to have access to this beta got to play the game early in the v.i.p beta, and they basically QA'd the game for the developers. So when people put the game into beta, obviously it goes through a QA process first, but then they put into beta and they test the servers to high volumes of connections of people playing the game at one time. Any bugs, any glitches will obviously be highlighted because there's so many people doing so many different things. I agree that QA testers can't test that. Basically manpower, money, time, it's not possible. So beta is a good way of finding this, but charging people to test your game for you in excess of them already buying the game is a bit sneaky, and I don't agree with that at all. On top of that, the game was completely broken. People couldn't play it. They were getting stuck on loading screens. There was glitches, there was crashes. It would even break some computers. It would just clog up the CPU and processor. The computer could do nothing and it would just completely ruin it. So that was the big misstep. Granted, the developers did write a note and put it out there, sort of like a statement saying that they're taking the feedback, they know the problems, they're working on it, it's getting better. And here's a snippet from that blog where one of the developers commented on the beta, and he said, "While we have had problems, we have also had many players enjoying the game. It's incredibly humbling to see so many people watching along with us on Twitch. Over 300,000 concurrent viewers yesterday, which would have been the day of the v.i.p beta, and over 100 million minutes watched. Those are Fortnite type numbers. Thank you for support. Our goal is to get everyone into the demo and having fun together." He then went on to list all the issues they observed and people pointed out, and also listed out the things they're currently working on and they're going to fix before a live game comes out. If you want to see the full blog post, there's a link in the description. And it's really good to have that kind of communication back and forth between developers and actual gamers and users of their game. So that's a great thing they did, is they had that bridge between the consumers and the actual developers themselves. So it's great to see that more developers should do that. And they did fix it, so it came around to the open public beta, where anyone could download the game and anyone could have a go on it. It was over a long weekend, I believe, just a few days after the v.i.p beta closed. So they fixed a lot of the crashing issues and the stalling issues on PCs. Basically, it worked fine. There was still a few glitches, things would pop in and out, some matchmaking issues, some lag issues, but that's to be expected in a beta game. So I played the beta, and the beta was good fun. It was great, but it just felt too much like Destiny. It did bring something new to the game, having the flying around, having like the mech suits. I think they had the javelin suits. It did bring something good to that, but it was very similar style gameplay to Destiny. It feels like they're trying too hard to be a remake of Destiny, to try and cash in that area. EA seems to do this a lot. They seem to find a niche that's making a lot of money and they sort of jump on that and try and get a cut of that pie. We'll see that with Apex Legends as we talk about that as we go further. But Anthem, all in all, it's an okay game. It was great at the time, but when Apex Legends came out, people sort of dropped their standards of it, but we'll talk about that next. For Apex Legends came out of nowhere. It was done by Respawn, so initially they didn't say anything about it. They just said they're working on this project and it's going to be great. It was saying developers to develop Titanfall, which Titanfall is a great game. Titanfall 2 even better, one of the best games out there. Not many people played it, but that's kind of beside this point. So they didn't do anything, no marketing for it except saying they're actually working on a new project. No one really knew what it was. So a few days before they were due to release this new project, they invited a lot of high profile YouTubers to come and play it, record footage so they can put it on YouTube in the day of release, and just sort of like free marketing on YouTube, because that's a great place to do it. So all these YouTubers, they were really excited about it. They posted on Twitter, they were saying it's a great game, can't tell you what it is yet, but expect some footage of it soon, which is great to see. It's a good way of marketing the game and putting it out there, putting the public domain straight to social media, straight for those content creators that can advertise and show off your game in the best light possible. So Respawn was working very hard in this game, and then a few days later they released it, and they announced it's going to be Apex Legends, which is a battle royale game. It's free to play. It came out on the weekend. I played it, there was no glitches that I could see at all. Everyone said it runs so smoothly. It was well balanced, not perfectly balanced, but it was very well balanced for a brand new released game. Basically it went very, very well, and it just went straight to the top. So as of recording this, Apex has announced that they have 10 million people playing this game. In order to get 10 million people on Fortnite, it took over 2 weeks. Apex Legends got it in less than 72 hours. On top of that, for Apex Legends and Fortnite, just a bit of a comparison, they're both battle royale games. Apex Legends is more for the mature audience, whereas Fortnite is more for the younger audience. That's no secret. Fortnite goes for the more cartoony graphics, the less blood, less gore, less violence, but Apex Legends goes straight up there, goes for the mature content of having a gory sort of adult gaming, which is a great sort of battle royale to have. It sort of falls in line with PUBG, was more realistic, but it has the great stuff that Titanfall has. And speaking of Titanfall and Apex Legends, they announced that they had to scrap, well, they didn't have to scrap, they stopped development on Titanfall 3, and that could have been to develop Apex Legends instead. It makes sense. It's the same sort of game. It would use the same kind of mechanics minus the actual Titans themselves, which is kind of disappointing because Titanfall 2 was a great game. A lot of people were looking forward to Titanfall 3 coming out to see what they could do with having more time with the more powerful consoles to sort of develop a great game, and it would have been amazing. So it's kind of disappointing they cancelled that. I feel EA would pushed Respawn to develop this battle royale game. As I said before, EA see these niches and these trends of games and sort of genres that make lots of money, and they like to jump on that. So like Fortnite and the battle royale genre, they saw that, they jumped straight on it, and they wanted a cut of that pie, cut of that money. So they said to Respawn, hey, you're already making a game. It's Titanfall 2, it's going to be a big game, it's an action game, it's got some great mechanics in it. Why don't we just make it a battle royale game? And that's what they did. So they went ahead and made it into battle royale game, either cancelled or postponed Titanfall 3. Titanfall developers have said Titanfall is not out of the realms of possibility yet, but they're currently not working on it because they were working on Apex Legends. Now Apex Legends is, as I said, an amazing game. It's so fun, it's addictive, everyone loves it, it's great gameplay, it's so smooth, can handle 10 million people on it without a single matchmaking problem that I've seen. I haven't seen any crashes, I haven't seen any glitches, I haven't seen anything like that. It's a very well developed game, and it shows you what games can do when they're not rushed out the door. They take their time, they develop them, they make sure they work. No beta needed, unlike Anthem, which was just a crap show, and they put it out there and it worked perfectly. Not an issue, everyone loves it, it's great. But there's one huge problem. So EA had this habit of not releasing games at the right time. This was seen big time with Titanfall 2. As I said, it's a great game, everyone that played it loved it, but unfortunately not many people played it. That was mainly due to the fact of the release date. So Titanfall 2 was released right between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty at the time. So bear in mind, Battlefield is also an EA published game, and then to release Titanfall 2, which is EA published as well, that means that they're just in competition with themselves at that point. So EA pushed Battlefield a lot harder, a lot more than Titanfall. Titanfall and Battlefield were both full paid games, so you had to pay the standard price to get those games. And in a few weeks after, to maybe a month after Titanfall 2 came out, you have Call of Duty, one of the biggest games of the year every year, and Titanfall 2 just got demolished, and no one knew about it, no one wanted to buy it. All the people were buying Battlefield and Call of Duty. It was just a complete disaster. Then you have Anthem and Apex Legends release. So we had the Anthem beta, we then had the drop of Apex Legends, which is unexpected, and then a few weeks time towards the end of February we have Anthem full release. Now Anthem and Apex are both EA, they're both published by EA, managed by EA. They are going to be direct competition with each other, so EA are now in competition with themselves, which in one sense isn't good, in another sense is good. So people really like Apex, love to go into that. It's free, anyone can download it. There's no buy-in, there's nothing, you can't buy anything that isn't cosmetic, so there's no real money transactions. Granted, no NEA, they probably will put in some kind of loot box payments, which they already have loot boxes, and that's where they make the money from, through those microtransactions. Anthem being a fully paid, fully priced game, the sort of bad press it had with the beta, the v.i.p beta, people will probably not go for it as much as they wanted to. So those that were going to buy Anthem or really wanted are still going to buy it. People that were on the fence or don't want Anthem are going to get Apex Legends. So it could be a win-win. They either buy Anthem and play that, or they get Apex Legends and they play that. Either way, EA is going to get the money coming in from both sides. But Anthem, I suspect, won't make expected revenue that they want. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know in the comments what you think's best, and if EA's made a great decision or a terrible decision. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, please do like it, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Goodbye.